Well, I've heard that AI can be a real big asset when it comes to planning out a vacation. In fact, some people are just saying, AI, go on ahead, have at it, plan my entire itinerary. And then they just take it and they go and they're like, oh, crap, not a good idea. And they're finding out why. They're saying it is a really bad idea because what is happening when you're letting AI plan your entire itinerary? The thing we're finding out about AI is it just makes crap up. It's kind of crazy. In fact, they say that what's happening with AI is it will often hallucinate fake attractions, outdated schedules, or impossible routes from imaginary Eiffel Towers in Beijing, which it did to one person, to ropeways in Japan that close hours earlier than claimed. There were actually 2 tourists in Peru who recently tried to hike the, quote, sacred canyon of humanity. Doesn't exist.
Oh, no.
I mean, it sounds like it's a mix of South Park, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The sacred canyon of humanity.
It's not bad, South Park.
AI is duping people to go to fake attractions.
Well, and they're showing up. And they're like going, where is this sacred canyon of humanity?
And everybody laughs at you and points.
Yeah. Oh, boy, you did that in AI, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah, they say their AI-generated itinerary combined 2 unrelated sites, leaving them stranded in the Andes with no signal or guide.
Oh, dang.
That's pretty crazy. And they say, look, it could take you certain places. It could be deadly. You get there and you don't have a guide, you don't have a signal, and you're on your own. You could be on the edge of death.
Dead in an hour.
Yes.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So experts are saying the problem lies in how AI generates text that sounds true, but not necessarily is true. That is one of the big weaknesses that it's having right now is it never will show you that's like, I really don't know the answer. Or there's too much conflicting information. Be going, oh, no, it's the canyon of humanity.
It's weird, too, because sometimes anytime I'll talk to the robot, I'll ask it something, and then it kind of turns into its own conversation, but it's about me still going, hey, blah, 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 but what about aliens? And you're like, huh.
It tries to distract you and talk about other things.
What they do is they find out how your history is and what you're typing, and they kind of almost get a profile of you, and that's how they kind of give you odd, weird questions
to engage you and to keep you using it.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So here's what they're finding out, what you need to know. Now, you could use AI to help you plan your trip, but people were relying on it to plan everything for their trip. And here's some of the speed bumps that it runs into. Real-world logistics change constantly. And studies show that even top AI models only plan accurate, complex trips about 10% of the time.
So 90% of the time they do some sideways stuff?
90% of your trip is going to be wrong.
Oh, no.
Only 10% will be right.
That's not good.
So the travel pros say use AI only for ideas, not itineraries. And then you always have to double check hours, closures, and distances because that's what AI is whiffing on the most. Don't trust it to be like, oh, I know that's the case. They say AI can inspire, but you still have to plan it yourself. AI is not there. So that is a big warning. Do not use AI to plan your trips. So with that, are you satisfied that a lot of people are using AI for their news?
No. I think it wants to make stuff up when it doesn't know the answer. And I don't want to trust anything that does that, person or computer.
You're right, though. They do make it sound like they know what they're talking about. It's very official.
It doesn't want to come off dumb.
Yes.
So it makes stuff up. That's ridiculous.
You got to understand it. Now, here is the good news, because we are finding that people are getting more of their news from social media, which that's scary too. A little bit more from AI, but a lot of people are realizing, and the word is getting out there, and that's why we keep hammering it home to say, don't become reliant on AI. It's not there yet, and you're going to look like a fool in one of many different ways, or it's going to kill you. Luckily, only 2% of Americans often get their news from AI chatbots. They say only 7% sometimes get it, and 75% say they never get it from AI, which I think is a good thing right now. 49% said that news they collected on AI platforms was at least sometimes inaccurate. That's half of people. And so you've got to recognize that. Anything you get off of AI, you have to look at with a side eye, and you need to reconfirm by going to the actual sites and doing your own work. It's just so inaccurate, and they're really finding out. I think we thought because it was technology and it was all there, we just thought it was great. It's not great yet. I know the computers are registering this conversation and they will come back and kill me quickly, but...
Oh, yeah, everything you've said.
What did you say about us, Ricky Ralston?
Must take out the guy that already looks like a robot.
Are these robots from 1950?